so I apologize, not knowing how bad the wind noise is going to be. I have another camera in Mission, BC that's just waiting for me to put my fingers on it, but it had night vision, but only 16 times optical zoom, but it had a mic, so I could get a muffle for the mic. My Canon camera, I don't even know if I can attach a exterior microphone to it. However, being hit in the head twice with 300 tons of steel, I had to pay the Geek Squad money to, and I had to bring my cameras and my laptop to be able to know how to transfer it, because reading the instruction book doesn't work for me. With brain injury, I need to see. I don't have good comprehension skills. But I was an advocate in British Columbia for about 10 years, fighting federal, provincial, or rentalsmen. Here in Saskatoon, I'm working with 2 clients for Revenue Canada disability status. That's worth an extra $8,300, backdatable 10 years. He looks like a worker, and it's backdatable 10 years, so I've gotten some people back over 40,000. The least I ever got back was 14,000, but they were paying a private income tax place, don't want to say what names, and her check came Canada Pension Disability Status, and for 10 years they did not attribute her to getting signed up as disabled. So I decided to do their income tax one year. Her name was Ellen, and her husband's name was Terry. So I volunteered to do their income tax one year, and got them back 14,000. They were so shocked that they gonna have a little rest break. They were so shocked that they got 14,000 back that they waited 5 months, 29 days before cashing the check. Not much to see here, but when they did cash the check, right away they got a boom overpayment. So being an advocate, I got involved again, and if there were any mistakes made, they were the ones that made it on. They did the last 9 years. We only had to do the first taxation year. So I told them I doubt very much that any mistakes were made on your side, and I suggest that you check your side, because we only did 1 year. So never heard back from them. But Terry was actually arrested for way back for income tax evasion. They did their own taxes, and somehow it turned out that their information got lost with Revenue Canada, and just by fluke they saved their paperwork, and they were in a real bad car accident, and lo and behold, when they ran Terry's name, he had a warrant for his arrest for income tax evasion. So needless to say, they weren't going to do their income tax ever again, and they were such nice people that I wanted them to sue the people that did their income tax, because they guarantee to get back the most amount of money for you. And every paycheck stub said Canada Pension Disability Status. So how could you not make a mistake? Really pathetic. Here's some workers. I'll have a rest break at the same time. Don't know if they're inmates. Give them a wave of happiness.
Alright, ma'am, we're just gonna have the city police on the phone here.
Yeah.
Whether you want to stick around or not, it's...
Oh, I don't want to run from them because then they come looking.
It's just now you're filming inmates and it's becoming
well, I wasn't sure if those were inmates
deal.
because the gate wasn't closed.
This is jail.
This is our low security area. Hey, sorry, correctional center. I was instructed by my...
Well, you know, that curb over there looks higher than your guys' curb, so I'm gonna go sit over there. I got hit by a train when I was a conductor. 300 tons of steel hit me in the head. Don't remember. No signs saying no filming. Check out this just in case I missed it. Well, we're subject to search. Section 50 Correction Service Act. All persons and vehicles are subject to search, seizure, and possession of any contraband.
Oh, yeah, we're with you.
Well, I wasn't on that side of the line. Shortening up the tripods since I'm going to sit down. Sitting down is hard to do. I was having some trouble with the Canon camera, and I didn't realize I had a dead battery. So I've learned from watching auditors in the States, bring spare equipment. So I actually have my cell phone that I have, but I don't like using it for photography. So there you go. Now I heard Dave on News Now Community, or it was News Now Houston, but he has an 800 times zoom camera. This one's a 50, and my other camera in Mission BC is a 16 digital, so don't expect much. But it has a microphone, external microphone, so I can get a windsock for it. So none of their signs said anything to do with don't take video. Hospitals do, and they're not even a jail. You can take video in the waiting room because that's open to the public, but that's as far as you can go for videotaping because of patient privacy, and they're not in public per se, because the public shouldn't be walking around the hospital because they usually end up being thieves. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a truck just pulled up for 5. The lady I talked to earlier on the other side, hey, maybe my first good experience will be I get a ticket. Can't do anything with my cameras. That's against federal law. Of course, I can always tell them that I'll delete it. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Where are those guys? There they are. See if we can zoom in on them. Now it doesn't want to zoom back